name's Pat Moore. I drive the Richard Lockwood Racing 1966 Corvette. It's a nitrous pro mod. I've been driving cars like this for over 20 years. I started out in 1988 running Top Sportsman. In my second year racing, I won the World Championship. And then in 1990, I was looking to step up, and Larry Nance with the Cleveland Cavaliers was building the Pro Mod car. We set the world record, me and Larry, with the Catch-22 Camaro for the quickest carbureted nitrous car in the world. We went a 653 at 212 miles an hour. This car's kind of unique. It's a Lenco clutch car. Now people think that it might be easier to drive an automatic car, but I still think that the clutch car has more tunability. We can adjust each gear change separately, and I think some tracks it makes a difference on getting down the track. This is a Lenco transmission. There's actually 3 separate transmissions, and each transmission has 1 gear change in it. So when you put 3 cases together, you got one up here, one here, and one here, that gives you a 4-speed transmission. The shifter's back here, and each lever controls 1 shift. So you start out in low gear, which will be first, then you go to 2nd gear, 3rd gear, and then 4th gear. And then you just hang on, and parachutes are up top. When you hit the finish line, hit the clutch, let off the gas, and pull the parachutes.
As the 1989 IHRA Top Sportsman World Champion, Pat's an expert when it comes to a vital step during preparation for a drag race, the burnout.
The clutch car is a little bit tricky doing a burnout compared to the automatic cars. The automatic cars, you roll through the water, and then you just put it in high gear and hit the gas and get your tires spinning good. With the clutch car, you have to roll through the water, get the tires wet, and then we have a front line lock that locks the front brakes. So once you lock the front brakes to keep the car from rolling, then you put it in 3rd gear and then bring the engine RPMs up, dump the clutch, and as soon as the tires start spinning, then you put it into 4th gear, and then you roll out, do your burnout. And the whole purpose of the burnout is to get the tires nice and clean and hot. And you want to do the same thing every time. You want to do the same RPM and the same length of a burnout every run so that the crew has an easier time tuning the car. But once you do the burnout, you back up, and then we use radio, so I'm always in communication with my crew chief, and he tells me the groove that he wants me to be in on the racetrack. And he stops me and pulls me up a little bit, and then we stop the car again. And then we set the wheelie bars, and I have some stuff in the car I got to do with the nitrous. I have to turn the nitrous on and purge it and clear the lines out. That's the big white plume of smoke that comes out in front of the hood. And then I hit the buttons and boom the systems to get the gasoline up to the solenoids on the intake manifold. And then once all that procedure is done, then we pull up to the line and get in the beams and get ready to go. But yeah, the run only lasts 4 seconds, and if everything's not right, it's over a lot shorter than that. So hopefully everything goes right, the car goes down the track straight. If the car shakes or gets crooked, well, I've been in the cars long enough, I know that as soon as that happens, it's over. You have to lift and come back for the next run.
As a veteran of the sport of drag racing, has the speed and the thrill of the race stuck with him?
I've been driving for over 20 years, and you get used to it. It's kind of a seat of your pants thing. You get used to the speeds and the ETs. Most of the thrill anymore is in the competition. The speeds, you get used to it. It's still a lot of fun. It's become a lot of work though. It's not as easy as it was in the days gone by where you had a lot of fun racing and a lot of camaraderie afterwards with all your friends and stuff. And now when you're not racing down the track, you're generally working on the car, and it's a lot of maintenance. You got to keep on top of it, make sure all the bolts are tight, and make sure everything's tuned up right. Yeah, we're going to have fun today.
Cool, that's what it's all about.